In this video, we head on a journey as we get 130R, all sorts of wrong, and just how slow is this car as we get overtaken right at the start. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video. You thought I forgot. I did not. I was trying this out all week. It was Beat the Meta from last week. And we are trying the Subaru BRZ. Before we get into this video, let me just say, if you're wondering where the time trial guide is, it should be out tomorrow. I'm currently away at the moment, so I'm unable to actually do the time trial until I get back tomorrow, which will be the Friday. So do expect it out on the Friday. Right, we're trying Subaru BRZ, and up ahead we've got one of the world champions here. We have Coque from Spain. I've been racing Coque for years as we head towards Tidgney 1 and Tidgney 2. Now, if you didn't notice at the start of this race, the Mercedes absolutely pulled away from this Subaru BRZ. It really did, and I'll talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this car as we go into this race. Now, I thought this car, it was the most highly voted at the time, apart from the Skyline silhouette. I was like, do you know what? It should be fairly easy to do this car, to be honest with you. Oh boy, was I wrong. So wrong. Now, I don't always win in Beat the Meta, and we'll see what goes on in this video. But essentially, the goal here, for those new to it, is in the description. I have to win in the non-meta car, i.e. not the strongest car. So the Subaru BRZ we are trying now. This has the highest votes. We'll talk about the votes at the end. There has to be at least one A+ driver in the lobby for it to count. And we can go as many times as we want, and we always start with the last to first challenge, just to see if the car is competitive. Now, you notice here we are in P16. This race is a very long race as well, and we've just gone off the circuit here behind Coque. We try and come back on, and we go for a big old spin and a big old crash. Yes, this car does not like dirty air. That is for sure. I will say that much for free. And you see, I'm struggling to get back on. All right, let's forget about this race then. Let's go to a race where it's a little bit better. So I've set a lap here. This is race number 2. And one thing you'll notice is there are no A+ drivers. I think I was in the second split here. Obviously, because I quit the race, it's had an impact there. And look at this. The AMG Mercedes goes up by, even before turn 1. You see me laughing my head off here. Yeah, this car is slow at accelerating. It is really, really slow at accelerating. I don't know why it's so slow. We jumped some TV camera here. Look at that car. It looks beautiful. It really does. Shame it's not got the speed to go with the look. It really does struggle, to be honest with you, as we go through the S's. The Porsche's up there as well. We saw that on the TV screen. Top right, of course, you can see me actually driving as we just admire the view here in these cars. So that AMG Mercedes looked like it was probably the meta this week. A lot of people were using it in the race. In terms of time trial, though, the BMW M6 was the meta car there. So we're trying to beat either of those two cars in the race. Now, obviously, this one wouldn't count if I won. I'm going to tell you now, I don't win this. Oh, the AMG gets all sorts of wrong here there. I don't win this race, so there's no need to worry about it counting. It's just a good little race here, so I thought I would put it into the video. So through the hairpin we go. We're going to accelerate out of here. Not too shabby at all. Now, this car is very hard to drive. I'd argue it's actually a little bit broken, to be honest with you. And I will explain as we go through the video. Oh, the AMG off there. Then they come back on here. There's the Turkish driver. Spooty good. But Spooty's about to have a penalty. We're about to go on by, hopefully, here. But look at that acceleration. I just can't keep up. I really can't keep up with that Mercedes. It's actually insane in terms of the difference of speed here. I would argue this is probably one of the slowest cars in Group 3 right now. It really is. But, hey, we'll see in the car profile. Accidentally going into the back of real shot there. I do apologize. That's another weakness in this car. The brakes. The brakes are absolutely shocking. I could not believe how bad the brakes were in this car. This is a modern car, and it just doesn't stop. Up ahead, then we got Bembo and the Italian off there. Mansabelli, then we go past Bembo, looking to go round the outside of the Italian. Can we do it? Yes, we can. What a move that is. We'll take that one up into P5 we go then as we carry on into lap 2 here. Through the left we go, and looking to slow the car down here. So yeah, this car really does... Oh, hello. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. I'll let me explain another issue with this car. I do say it's broken. The brakes are shocking. It can't accelerate. The other thing is turbo lag. So you notice it's got 2 bar of pressure down in that right-hand side. Okay. Now, with this turbo and the way the game went... Oh, slight tap between me and the Italian there. That was a bit iffy there, side by side. But let me explain this turbo, okay? If you change gear, this turbo is still spooled up. The game simulates this. So, as you change gear mid-corner, let's say you've just gone second to third, the turbo's still full whack. The wheels just spin, and literally it will spin out immediately. You've got to be so careful with gear choice. It just makes this car really, really hard to drive. And as I said, it's quite broken in my opinion. It's just so hard to drive here. So I go defensive. First is Texo behind. And going into turn one. Oh, slight tap from behind as we continue on through here. Lots of little taps here, there, and everywhere. But it looks like we are past the BMW again then, backwards to P5. I did increase that gap a little bit here as we go into 130R. The one good part of this car is its handling when you've not got the turbo issue. Because literally, when you have that turn... Oh, hello, we're off again. Oh, no. That's the braking. It's so bad at brakes. Now, we do want to go in the pits here to avoid this traffic because we can't overtake them. We've got to do it on the track. So we're going for a bit of an undercut then. Or at least going to try an undercut here then. Win out in P15 on lap number 4. So we go a lap later as we head in towards Spoon. Then what's going to happen here as we go through here? Oh, no, we're off again. Oh, my word. The brakes in this car. Honestly, I can't tell you how bad these brakes were. You have to try this car at some point. Even if you're just going through a qualifying time trial, just see how bad the brakes are in this car. They need improving. I don't believe the car is going to be like this in real life. It's up ahead then. We've got all sorts of action going on there as we go into this right hand. We've caught up to these two then. Through the left we go. Oh, hello. What's going on here then? As we continue on. Oh, hello. That's a brake check. Oh, more brake checking. What the heck is going on here? Oh, they dive back out the pits as well. Absolute carnage here at Suzuka. What is going on at the end of lap 6? You see my face there. Very confused. Let's actually have a look exactly what's happened here at the start. We missed this one. What happened here? Lap number 6 and the Italian is on the right-hand side. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is the Turkish driver. It's just not got the livery applied on the replay for some reason. So the Italian came back across there and unfortunately just pushed him off at Tidgney 1. Now they are waiting, to be fair. So that's good sportsmanship here. But the Turkish driver not having any of it, just staying behind. I have no idea what they're planning here. The Italian isn't staying there to wipe you out. He's letting you go here, or trying to let you go. Good, smart driving there from the Italian. Just pause it, let them go here as we continue then towards Spoon. So the Turkish driver goes extremely slowly into that Spoon there. I'm not sure what's going on here with that Turkish driver as we go into the second part of Spoon. So this is why they slowed up massively then. As we head towards 130R, the Italian lifts here as well to avoid bump drafting the Turkish driver through the corner. All fair play from the Italian here. All fair play. Oh, hello. Turkish driver brings it back onto circuit then as we go into the right-hander. And again, so slow through the corner. Look, I just don't understand the Turkish driver here. They really are just causing absolute carnage. I can understand why the Italian did that. And fair play, they waited from the mistake as well. They made the mistake. They were happily accepted it. But the Turkish driver was having none of it. No point for that one, I'm afraid. Spoosy good. No point at all. They're being fair there, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing. Right, anyway, somebody was off there at 130R. We're right behind an Italian here. So this is slowing us down a little bit then because we have changed tyres, of course. And they're yet to pit here as we continue on to the start-finish straight. As we go into lap number 9 then. Still stuck behind the Italian here in the GTR. That's also a very quick car. We have done a car profile on that car as well. Hello. That car's been there the entire race. It's a bit bugged. I have no idea what's going on with the car on the left-hand side that we saw then as we continue on through here. Now, the Italian goes over towards that right-hand side. Actually lets me go here. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. You saw my thumbs up there. Yeah, thank you. You didn't have to do that, of course, because you're running your own race and you did slow yourself down there. That is very much appreciative. Right, okay, here we go. The undercut, there's Texo then. So the undercut has worked after that mistake at the chicane earlier on. We've managed to get past even with the brake check-in and getting stuck in traffic. We are ahead then, which is always nice here. Back into 5th place then as we go into the Casio triangle. The wiggle of the car. Oh, that's a big cut there, Tidge. That's a very big cut. Is it a penalty? I bet it's this a fair few days ago. Is it a penalty? I can't even remember. There it is. Yes, it is indeed. That's what I do expect then as we continue on. Then we take that penalty. How quick is Texo coming behind us then? That is the question. Into 130R we go. They're gaining. They're not gaining quick enough here though then as we head into the Casio triangle. Slowing it down nicely then. But we've got to think about the start-finish straight here. Remember, every single car seems to be so much quicker. That this is like a Group 4 speed car. It really is as we go onto there. But we do manage to break that gap then as we head once again to 130R. Been a busy old race this race. Really got us to learn the car here. Oh, we're off. Can we bring it back on? Oh, no! 2 out of 2. We spin at 130R. What is going on here? What is going on? We managed to come back on circuit. I see somebody coming, so I'm just staying to the left there just so they can go and not get in the way of those drivers then. But that's 2 out of 2 races. I'm hopefully showing you how hard this car is to actually drive because I've been off more times than anything. And this is a long race as well, remember. It's a really long race. So there should be time to catch up. But yeah, not the greatest result in the world. P9 though, in the end, even with all those incidents, as we jump to, race number 3 where we're starting P3 now. In terms of lap times, this car can get a 57 just. but only just. That is the absolute limit. I imagine Killian could do that or something like that, but I just couldn't see it, to be honest with you, as we did increase our time. If you're not subscribed already and you are enjoying this video, please do subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support. We are on that journey to 50,000 subscribers now as we leave turn 1. So we've got quite a quick lobby here with lots of A+ drivers in. We've got F1 Slayers up ahead. We've got Spinotto as we go into the left-hander and looking to get out of here as quick as we can. Fortunately, the GTR not quite as quick as that Mercedes in a straight line then. However, it's still quick enough to really put some pressure onto me here then, as look at this, going around the outside as we head towards Spoon. I can't do a thing, and this was one of the problems with this race for me, is that when one car overtakes and it's in a pack, the rest can overtake. So you drop down the field like crazy. So I've got to stick right on the rear bumper of P-Bow here up ahead. Can I do that? Again, look at the speed. Look at the difference. This is insane. How is this even in the same class? We advanced to lap number 8 where they've pulled away a little bit. Fortunately, I managed to pull away from behind then as we go into 130R. You know me though, I don't give up with these challenges. Once I've started, I really put the effort in. So we'll see how we go in this video as we go into the braking zone then, slowing the car down nicely. Through the left we go then. Lap number 8. What's we going to try here? Well, we're going to go in the pits early, try a bit of an undercut to try and jump ahead of the 2 Swiss drivers that were ahead of us at the time as we leave the pits then. Any traffic here? No traffic at all. This is good. Really good for us then. We go a lap later. We've got more people in the pits as we continue on. There we go. Who is that? I'm not quite sure, but I can see them coming out of the pits. Is that the leader or was the leader? That is the question. No, it's Spinotto. Spinotto then comes out the pits, still ahead of me here. Obviously, my tyres have warmed up for that lap, so I should be able to catch up a little bit. Lap number 11, we start then. Who's coming out the pits this time? Up ahead, it's P-Bow. So P-Bow's kept that gap as well. Oh, a 3-second penalty, though, for those white lines into and out of the pit. That is a big old penalty. It really, really is. As we advance to Degner 1, then we have been catching here just due to our warmer tyres as we go through Degner 2. Then they get that all sorts of wrong here. We're going to go along the inside. And do you know what? This is really smart driving by the Swiss driver that's about to come up. They just let me go here. They realised that they're going to lose time at the penalty line anyway. I wouldn't have gone for this otherwise, to be honest with you. But they made the mistake at Degner 2, so I thought I'd just go for it. Otherwise, it's a case of just staying behind them until that white line. Now, once again, I've got to give a shout out to the Swiss driver here. They could go for this move at Spoon, but look at that. They wait behind. They don't want to lose any more time than they absolutely need to. Such smart driving here from that Swiss driver. Big shout out to you. Really, really big shout out. So we are on lap 14. We've got Koke behind us. So we've rejoined Koke in this race as we continue on out then. And once again, you're about to see how the difference in speed is just astronomical here in that AMG. There's no point defending this. And I short shift so Koke can come back in, just because there's no point fighting. Let Koke come back in and we can just keep the race in line. Just got to be careful though going into turn 1 right behind somebody. We don't want to understeer off like we've seen a fair few times at the live events as well. So we're going to advance to the final lap then as we head towards line. P4 in the end, not too shabby. We did get a 58 in that race as well, so we are picking up speed slowly but surely here. 40 minute 16-second race for me there, so there's plenty of time that I should still be able to get. Well, P4 so far. P4. Now we are advancing a bit later on here. Race number 5. And look at this. We're starting P2. 58.2 are on now. Yassar Racer up ahead. Now, this actually was on the Sunday night, so I wasn't happy that I'd just finished in P4. So I left it a few days when I got a chance to race again. Here we are racing it on the Sunday night. I thought I'd give it one last shot, which is why this video is late. So I am going to try and get the beat the meta done. That's my goal here. So you can see Yassar Racer just extending that gap a little bit here. We've got Unga Bunga. Reminds me of Crash Bandicoot behind me then in the Porsche 911. That Porsche, not as quick as that AMG, of course, goes to the racing line. So think, okay, I'm going to go to that racing line as well. Take a normal line in towards turn 1. Are we going to get it stopped? Yes, we are, as we go into here. So I'm staying in 3rd gear because of that turbo that I talked about earlier on. I'm trying to stay in the same gear now throughout the corner. If I do drop a gear, I'm then going to short shift much earlier than I normally do, just to make sure that it doesn't spin me out there. Lap number 8 then. Yassar Racer has increased that gap a little bit, but I thought I'd go for the same strategy as I've done in previous races and go for that undercut if I don't come out in traffic. We've got a car coming up behind me here. You can see the Porsche 911 backs out of it though, and the reason they backed out of it is it's because it's a legend in that car. It's Benbow Baggins, a part of the TCR, so thank you for that, mate. I hugely appreciate that. I really, really, really do. Lap number 10, everybody else is in the pits. We put in a pretty nice lap there on the colder tyres. And look at this. Coming out the pits, we've got SRC Matthew and Yassar Racer. We're going for the undercut here. Round the outside in towards turn 1. Can we get it done then? We've got to leave a little bit of room on that inside line as we continue on through here. Slight tap on the rear, but unfortunately that unsettles them more than me due to their colder tyres. We're technically in the lead right now, folks. We're technically in the lead. This could be working out. This is exactly what we wanted as we continue on through. We've got to fight off an AMG Mercedes here as we go through Tidgney 1, though. The weight transfer just causes an issue, and we're off. We're off. Oh, no. What are the chances here? We just get into P1, and yeah, we bin it. We absolutely bottled that one. So we advance a bit further on in the lap then. In towards the left at Spoon we go. We've still got a bit of dirt on our tyres, though. And we've gone off at Spoon. This car... Oh, hello. Unga Bunga's gone off behind. Follow me through there, Unga Bunga. Don't do that, mate. Don't do that at all. So, yeah, this car is very, very hard car to drive. It really is as we go through this left-hander. Continue. Oh, hello. There we go. Yes, our racer doing donuts. Back up into P2 we go then as we continue on through here then and towards the end of the race where we finish in P2 in the end. Now, unfortunately, folks, I kept going on this night. I did a fair few more races, and unfortunately, I didn't win in any of them. I'm just double checking now where I got up to in terms of the Subaru. I did 7 races total. 7. My highest result was a P2. This car is ridiculously hard to drive. It's going to need a very much medium speed track for me to even attempt a beat the meta in this car. Suzuka's meant to be a medium speed track, but it's got too long of a straight on there in order to do it. If you're looking right now at the cars that I have completed Beat the Meta with, all first there. So if you want to check them out, you can check them out in the description. But this Beat the Meta, unfortunately, we have not done. Can't believe it. I'm saying it, really. I really can't believe it. It was very frustrating just with how hard the car is to drive. I did not anticipate it to be that hard, that slow, and just that technical to drive. It really is not a beginner's car at all. If you are a beginner and you look at this car, don't drive it. Really don't drive it. We've done Beat the Meta with 29 cars there. You can see the Beetle down at the bottom. Then we go into the cars where we've only managed to get second for GTL and Race Car Spec 2. One of those cars. We will jump to the next screen in a second. If you wonder about the number in the brackets, that's how many votes it has. So in terms of votes, just let me know in the comments if you want to see a car do Beat the Meta. You see the Subaru BRZ right there. Cars with no positions, we've not done Beat the Meta with yet. I have yet to say it. I've said it a couple of weeks now. I do apologise. To count up some of the latest votes in the past month, do bear with me. You'll get a love heart, and then you will see that that vote has counted. I am planning to do it this week. I am off this week, so I've got plenty of time to catch up with all the comments. So if you have left a comment, do keep that in mind when I respond. In fact, I've probably already done it by this moment this video is out. Just a reminder again, in terms of Beat the Meta, we are going to be doing Group 4 again, so do keep an eye out for that. And in terms of Group 3, we're going to keep going with these cars. I want to get them all done. There will be a car profile with this car coming out later this week, so do keep an eye out for that. We've had a very interesting look at an update of some cars as well in terms of the car profiles, and you can check that out there in the video there in terms of the 2 videos. A big thank you for watching as always, folks. I appreciate all the support. My logo's there if you want to subscribe, of course, and if you did enjoy it, do hit that like button. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.